Action. Look at that. Look at you on there.
Good
I like the
morning.
green.
It is the month of
It
March.
absolutely pops. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning, good morning. Or I should say, all right. It is Dr. Pete
And Kristine.
and Kristine Buonanno. And we're here with the local BizCast, ladies and gentlemen. Here is another episode 29.
Congratulations.
I don't understand how this all happened.
I remember watching your first.
Yeah, you and me, but I remember doing the first one over there. This is
Steve
incredible.
Fox, I think he was your first.
He was number
distributor.
one, yep. And then Mayor Gasali, we were just talking about that after that, number two.
Yeah.
But that's 1 and 2. We're in episode 29, ladies and gentlemen.
Great job.
My good guest, Kristine Buonanno. She is Valley Bank over here,
Yes.
but she is so much more.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely incredible. Before we get started, though, I am going to consistently do my business, what I've been told by the experts and the gurus. If you are enjoying the local BizCast, if you like what we have to say here, if you like the guests, the idea of us trying to bring in local business people, local entrepreneurs, local influencers, and try to help them out and help everybody out, kind of hear the stories, please go to YouTube Live and Spotify and soon to be Apple Podcasts. I think I might have learned how to do that. You're going to have to hit like. You're going to have to hit subscribe. I've got to get popular. We want to get this thing out to the world. So you guys got to help me with that. So go ahead and hit like and subscribe. We'll keep on bringing unbelievable guests like Kristine on here to talk about her amazing life. And I'm loving this over here.
Oh,
So I'm going to let you drive for a little bit.
Alrighty, I'm in the driver's seat now.
I'm telling you, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked because this thing is going to go so quickly. And in about 4 minutes, I'm going to tell you we're done.
Alrighty.
You ready to
Ready.
rock? All right,
Do
tell
it.
us. Come
Let's
on,
do
here
this.
we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristine Buonanno,
Oh.
tell us a little bit about your life. What's going on?
My life, first and foremost, I'm a mom of 4, grandmother of 2, another one on the way.
Congratulations. I saw that
Most
on your thing.
rewarding
Yeah.
job ever.
Is that the one? That's the one.
That's the job.
That's the one that we're all looking forward to.
Yep, grandchildren. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I always said it, the only reason why grandparents have it best is because when the kid starts misbehaving, you just give them back. Here you go. It's like an aunt and an uncle, though. But
I'm their playmate. I love to play.
there you go. Are you on the floor and all that
Yep.
kind of stuff?
Making
Okay.
a mess, then I go home.
There you go. So it's not even so much the kids misbehaving. It's like
Yep.
you like to make the mess and don't want to clean up. Then you go home.
100%.
Ah.
But thank you for having me here.
It is absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for coming
Thank
and
you,
hanging
thank
out
you.
with me. 8:30, a little early on a Wednesday
A
morning.
little early.
I
It's
start
early.
that early.
Happy St. Joseph's Day, too, by the way.
Is that a thing?
Sure it is.
See, on Monday, I ended up, thank goodness, taking the day off on Monday from it, and I was like, I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I'm not drinking all day. I got to be treating patients. This, that, the other thing. Turns out I was stuck in Florida. I didn't even get home until Monday afternoon, so I would have missed the podcast.
St. Joseph's is special to me. I'm adopted.
Oh, get out
So,
here.
in the Catholic faith, not too many people realize that Joseph was the surrogate father of Jesus. Joseph and Mary were married in the Immaculate Conception, and he basically took the role of like an adoptive father. And my parents could not have children. And when they asked, what makes you think you're good enough to be an adoptive father? And he said, because Joseph was, and I can. So it's always a special day in my heart.
I can stop the podcast right now. I think we're done. That's all we needed to know. That is incredible.
Yeah.
I did not know any of that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
unbelievable.
it's a special place.
I like that. All right. So happy St. Joseph's.
Thank you,
Day.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me here.
Mhm.
One of the things I'm most proud about is working for Valley Bank. They did a new program about a year ago, and it was called a retail business specialist. And what I do is I have the opportunity to help business owners, meet their financial goals, help them, bridge cash flow perhaps. And they really put a lot of knowledge into us. So when a business owner walks in, we can help them and empower. I'm a women ambassador for the bank. I like to tap into the partners. And when I spoke with you guys about
Yeah.
all the grants that are available out there, it's just an amazing job that I get to help people network and, watch people succeed. So
I absolutely agree. And you've got wonderful connections as well. So
Mhm.
that's pretty exciting.
Mhm.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But and most of us, and again, I love this. I love the opportunity to be able to talk a little bit more business. So you're right up the alley for this because
Yeah.
there's people out there that are going to want to start a business locally in
Mhm.
the area. They're
Mhm.
trying to get businesses up and running, young, old, new, this, that, the other thing. We
Mhm.
just talked to the president of the tip group. We're
Yeah.
going to get in over there
Yeah.
talking about career changes, and we don't know what to do, how to do it, what
Mhm.
is what is necessary. I went to chiropractic school, right? So get out of chiropractic school. Now I got to go open up a business. I need a space to rent. I need to fit it out. I need equipment, this, that, the other thing.
An EIN, you have to learn how to bookkeep. You have to wear a lot of hats as a business.
You know how much of that we learned in chiropractic school?
None.
Zero. The big fat zero. And then like younger entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs going into, there's no information out there. Like now, obviously the internet has a little bit, but how do you get even started? A business plan? Is there still business plans?
There's actually organizations out there that help you, like SCORE is one of them, where you can really become a mentee of someone, where they teach you, how to write a business plan and write down your goals and step by step. And there's all kinds of resources out there through like the women's organizations of WCC. Teaches you how to do QuickBooks, simple things. It's like getting out of high school, right? Like when you're out of high school and you go into college and you have to all of a sudden learn how to manage money. Why don't they teach you that in high school?
I don't
like write a check. Well, they don't do that anymore.
I just don't understand why this can't be a course. I have been balancing a checkbook since I was 15 years old. I'm my father's son. All right, I'm really OCD like that, but it should be taught. Why can't QuickBooks be taught? Why can't finance be taught? Not finance like complicated finance, like what goes out, what comes in, how to track, not to spend more than than you have. Like, why can't we? These are real life lessons? As opposed to some of the stuff. I mean, I can't talk trash about my teachers and everything like that. I love them; they're amazing. And I don't think it's the teacher's fault. I think there's
Well, when I sit with the young today at the bank, especially, like they have no concept of a checkbook, register, balancing, everything is just on the apps,
right?
And they just replenish it, and it's not real. Like
it's not real.
It's not real.
Yeah.
I like the old savings book when you could walk in, you deposit money, you see what you have, it's minused out, you know what your budget is.
I mean,
we live in a digital world of
my mother still has it in the checkbook or whatever like that. For me, I use QuickBooks, of course, and I track every cent every day. It just when do they learn? When do you see a transition?
I think for my children, I think the transition age is always like around the 26 when they're starting to get serious and they fall in love with someone perhaps and they're getting more serious. Or real life when they have no money.
Yeah.
They can't go out.
I don't know. I feel like I keep on saying some of these. I'm not trying to bash an entire generation, but like some of the entitled behavior that occurs, and
100%.
It's like you figured, well, listen, I can't do this. You got to no way, and you figured they're going to get punished in life. But so far, it seems like some of the larger corporations seem to be catering to some of this behavior, and it's driving me crazy. What are you talking about?
We're old school.
We're old school. Old school.
The days of the 91 Mall.
Oh my God, we did talk about that. I think I've talked about that in the past. Was that my first job? My first job.
Pizza.
Roman Delight. How many people remember? Is Roman Delight still around? No way, right?
I don't know. My first job was McDonald's.
In the Nanuet Mall.
Not Nanuet.
Oh, just in the Nanuet. On 59 over there?
On 59.
The one down by 304? Now that one's still there.
That's still there.
That's incredible.
It's a great company.
McDonald's?
Yeah. You know why they succeeded so well? Because they have one plan and they stick to it.
That's it. This is how you make the French fry.
This is how you do it, start to finish. And it works, and that's how you can franchise and break off. So that's why I love helping business owners. I've actually helped a client that had a business. It was a mama and pop food establishment, and they have multiple ones now. And it brings me such joy to watch people succeed. And look at you.
Well, yes.
Look at you.
I listen. It's just, I would love to try to create a franchise model, and I know they're out there for healthcare, but I truly, truly believe in. I run it differently, and I'm not in private equity. I'm not in anything like that. Everybody is not a unit. I treat my patients. Every single person is individual. I think that's brought me success in my practice. Could I have gone the private equity route, where I make everybody just a relative value unit that walks in? And I know up and down this street, there's about 20 of them that I'm competing with. And I don't think that's good healthcare. And so I try to figure out how we can deliver this caliber of healthcare and be able to scale this as much as possible. But it is very, very difficult. And every day I lose more and more hair, as you guys usually used to see, because I used to put my head right over there to turn on the thing. But I don't have to do that anymore. Thank you, George. But I would love to. We're going to have to talk. We'll talk more.
Sure. You have to surround yourself by like-minded people. That's why I love LaTip. LaTip was just recently formed. So if there's anybody out there in the local Montvale community, we meet on Tuesdays at Thrive at the senior living up in the cinema area. And it's basically like-minded people who want to empower and help each other and pass tips. And whether you work for a corporation, if you're self-employed, and it really, you thrive in that environment. And it's, pun on where we have it.
Shh, don't tell anybody that punt. No, I'm just kidding. That's
But it's a great,
I can attest to this. My
Networking.
vice president and one of my directors, Kerry and Dr. Deanna, are both in the group, and it has been a wonderful group. And I have experience. I started my career in a BNI group, and so I'm familiar with networking groups and everything like that. And I can truly attest to how wonderful this Latip group that you have is.
Really
And it's so young. It's this young virgin
few
group.
months. We just finished our first quarter.
It's incredible.
And we're over 20 members, and it's a very elevated group. You hold one seat, so if you're interested, please reach out because
How do they get in touch with you?
it's mind changing. So you can reach me on LinkedIn under Kristine Buonanno.
Yeah.
You can reach me at
Anyway.
Valley Bank.
Walk into my office. We'll get you in touch with her. She
That's
is
right.
absolutely incredible. As I said, we talked about all your connections.
And I love the Rotary. I'm big on giving back as well. So I'm a board member.
Park Ridge Road?
Park Ridge Rotary. We always need members. So if anyone is out there and wants to
Man. It
give
used to
some
be
time.
when I first started my career, I was in that Park Ridge Rotary. It was again Steve,
you
and I met all you.
were?
I was,
I
but
did
I
not know
wasn't
that.
working. Well, it was because your meetings were Fridays at
Yeah.
12, correct? Something like that.
They still are. First and
And
third.
So what happened was I used to be in Park Ridge on Fridays, and then I switched my career when I started getting busier in my other offices. I had to go there Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I was up here Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and that's how I had to
Gotta get
retire.
your back.
This young man had to retire. Look at me retiring and dying. I was young. I was sub 30 at that point. So,
Yeah. I love
but a
the
terrific
Rotary.
organization as well.
Absolutely.
How do you have all the time?
Well, I am a multitasker.
Okay.
I like to keep busy and I like to give back and I love to, help people. And I keep busy, but my favorite hobby is playing poker. I found poker.
I saw that. 4 nights a week. Is that what it said? 4 to 5 days a week. She is playing Texas Hold'em.
Yep.
What is World Tavern Poker? You have to tell me about that.
So when it started, it was Thrive, and they put a Facebook post out there if you want to come play poker on a Friday night. So I'm like thinking it was Italian poker, follow the one I jack, just regular 5-card.
By the way, I can tell you're a hustler. Can you guys see that through the camera? This one is a hustler right here. I can see she's a little 3-card Monty action over here. So
I answered the Facebook post.
Did
went
you
there.
know Texas Hold'em then or no?
No. So I walked into Thrive thinking that we were just going to play cards.
Yes.
And I said, oh, this is fun. So I brought a friend with me and we went and the Texas Hold'em tables were there. I was like, oh, I don't know how to play this. So they said, do you know how to play cards? I said, yeah. So they had an instruction table, which was so great because it taught the older residents, how to play. And it gave them like something to look forward to on a Friday night. So I played there for a few weeks, turned into 2 months, 3 months. And someone said, how come you don't play anywhere else? I go, I have to somewhere else. They said, oh, we usually play in the bars and the restaurants. I go, really? And they're like, yeah. So Friday, they hosted it there, but Monday in Pearl River at Murdy's, they do it. And then there was another spot.
Multiple tables going on at the same time.
So Cornerstone, I play on Wednesday night. They bring in, in the back room. So John's so great. And now we've grown so much, we're in both the rooms. So there could be like 36 people playing Texas Hold'em. And I just love it because, it's,
how good are you getting at Texas Hold'em right now?
Well, one of my favorite stories is when I just started at the Cornerstone and I was seated with 5 other gentlemen at the table. They were all big and rugged. And I sat down there and went around, and it's a lot on position where you're on the table.
Sure.
And he pushed all in. And
second one.
Yep. And I go, okay.
Call.
And I went back in and I beat him. So
that was
he
it.
went out. Boom. That one was
2 seconds. Done.
And I ended up winning, that table that
That's
night.
fantastic.
And, it's just fun.
All the outs.
It gives you something to do.
It's not mindless. That's like that complete opposite of mindless.
Well,
I'm constantly, how many outs are there?
It is.
I'm sitting there with 2 pair of ace jack and I somehow lose. And I'm like, what? Because I didn't know the outs. I didn't know the outs.
Well, I'm not as good as figuring that out. I'm a little bit of a risk taker too.
Hey-o.
Not that I'm a fish, but I'm a risk taker. And you have to play good cards, know who you play, and know when to fold. So those are like the basics of it.
Sounds like a song to me. Know when to hold. Know when to fold. So anyway, I can't. I just don't even understand how you have the time for this. Where do you find time?
I am very energetic.
You've met your match over here, that's for sure.
Yep.
When does your day start? What time does your day start in the
So I'm
morning?
usually up at around 6:15.
Okay.
Get ready, have my coffee,
Yeah.
get ready for work,
Got
say a
it.
quick prayer, bless everybody, and start my day.
Start your day.
Start
Going
my
right to
day.
the bank. Typically, obviously today you
Yep.
came here.
Mhm.
So at the bank, normal banker's hours. What do you like from like 11 to
Well,
1:30 or what?
No, 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 no. I wish.
I'm
I wish.
just
I wish.
kidding.
I wish. I do a lot of networking as well.
Sure.
So sometimes, like before poker, I'll
Right.
get in some networking. And my favorite spot is I go out a lot to see the clients.
Yeah.
So in my position, it's really to be out there in the community.
You've matched your personality to your
Yeah.
position, and
Yep.
I think that's kind of what you need to
Yeah.
do to be successful, right?
Yeah. I just won the top
saw that.
performer.
You're going to Bahamas?
We're going to
nigga?
Bahamas.
Hey-o!
Valley Bank is the best bank to work for.
There you go. She's now recruiting for Valley Bank too, by the way. I don't know. Do you get the VIG on new employees also, or what? I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that.
Thank you. Congratulations on your success.
Well, thank you very much.
You are such a pivotal figure in our community. You do
Oh,
so much for
I
the
haven't even
town.
started. I feel like I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, you have.
I care to do more. I really do. I really.
No matter what event I go to, there's someone representing your company, which is just
we
so
are
wonderful.
grassroots. We are a mom and pop. We had opportunities. Obviously, you guys, if anybody knows what's going on in healthcare, the corporatization of healthcare, the private equitization of healthcare, and everything like that. And of course, we were offered, and we probably could have done very well, but it would change the healthcare. I never wanted to do that. I have my integrity first, and I can tell you this: with insurance reimbursement, all we talk about is inflation and the cost of eggs going up and the cost of gas going up and all this stuff going up. And doctors have taken over 50% pay cuts over the last 5 years. 50%.
It's unbelievable.
Some insurance companies have as high as 70%.
Mhm.
So instead of with the cost of living, my rent goes up, my utilities go up, my employees go up, and we're making 50% less. How do we possibly? I'm not even talking about going out there and driving a Ferrari because I'm a physician. How do I keep my lights on?
Well, I had when I was pregnant with my third child and I went to have my fourth, my OB was no longer delivering babies because
That's
he wasn't taking insurance. He said, I have not had a raise in 25 years
That's
with the
correct.
insurance company.
Raise.
I
We're
still get the
getting
same pay.
pay cuts. Who in this world is getting pay cuts
Mhm.
to save people's lives,
Mhm.
to deliver babies, for us to make lives better? I mean, it's just, I hate to say it, but I sometimes get reimbursed. My son, 11 years old, has really nice blonde hair.
Mhm.
His haircut costs $44. I get paid less than that.
Right.
No offense to my stylist and
Mhm.
everything like that. I think you guys do a wonderful job.
Mhm.
I just think that's I think
It's not caught up with the times.
no, I absolutely agree. But this is not about me. Stop. What are you doing? She does this all the time. Every time we have a conversation, she goes, "How can I help you?" No. How can we help you? You didn't start at Valley. You didn't start at banking, though. Where were you before this? You're a financial advisor.
So yes, when I first started my banking career 30 years ago, if you could believe it, I went into the job just looking for, at that time, it was a position where they just wanted someone to be almost like the concierge of banking and welcoming someone. And it was a very modern approach to it. And when I went there, one of the very top bosses of the bank at the time had come in and I didn't know who she was. So when she walked in, I was doing my job. And my job was to kind of identify if there was other aspects of the bank that we could help someone with. So I got her into the stockbroker's office.
You just crushed it.
I just crushed it. And they sat in there for a little while and then they called me in and they said, "Do you know who she is?" I said, "No." They said, "She is like the tri-state president." So she said, "I don't know who you are, but you're going to become licensed." And I said, "Oh, no, I could never do that." And she believed in me. And she kind of took me under her wing. And, I sat for all the financial tests and series and stuff. And I ended up finishing in the top 10 of the company out of like 27,000 employees at the time. And
that's how
it's not.
That was not Valley. That was Valley?
No.
That
was First Union when I first started. But it wasn't that I was, I think my gift is that I truly, truly enjoy helping people. And I really take what they say seriously and how I can help them. And I think being genuine comes across.
Absolutely. Passion. Authenticity.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Of course.
And then I left that, raising my kids, and I had stopped doing that. And then I started my own business. Like you had said, how do you do a business? You jump in. My path when I was selling used goods on eBay. And, it's amazing when you put in the work and the energy and, seek out knowledge to help you get better every day. And that's what you should always try and do, be better every day.
Absolutely.
And, I lasted for a long time selling. And it was a great opportunity where I could be home.
Yep.
I could volunteer at the school and help my mom, who was sick at the time, and be there for my family. And now I'm back in corporate.
There you go.
So I went back
But
to
I mean,
banking.
you had not been in business before that, right?
No.
No, right? So what? Oh my God, the stuff that you had learned
No.
just from that little stint, however long
Mhm.
that may have been,
Mhm.
and then being able to bring that now back to corporate, and to try,
It came full
so
circle
valuable.
because when I was selling on eBay, they at the time had networking. I flew out to Vegas. They would give you, courses and resources to become a better seller. And when I was out there, I was just speaking with someone, and I said, I turned a hobby into a business.
Yeah.
And then I was employing other moms and teaching other people how to do this.
That's
And
perfect.
out to the youth out there, like if you're in college or if you're home, in today's world, all you need is a telephone to start your business.
It's unreal.
When I sold on eBay, you had to wait for the checks to clear.
Right.
And then how it has progressed, you would take a picture, then now all of a sudden you can like white out the background, change the background scene, and really make your store look so professional. So all the tools that are out there for those children.
Oh my God, with the AI now, would you like to go back into it right now and just try to with the AI?
Well, they do have that now.
But yeah, look, this is AI. Thank you guys. Look, I haven't done this. This is it took a second. I can't draw this.
Oh, it was about 4 years ago when I was at one of the eBay conventions, the Blind Center in Las Vegas in Nevada. They get government contracts of all like the electronic equipment, computers, old phones, old printers from corporations, and they donate it. And that was the beginning of what I saw with the AI. My daughter used to work for Samsung, and she interviewed Gary Vee on stage in New York. So he really opened up my eyes to AI. And when I was in Las
Probably
Vegas,
opened up your eyes to eBay too, by the way.
Well, he's a huge seller on eBay. He still sells on eBay.
Can I tell you something? My best friend in life, since we were 3 months old, is chief operating officer.
Over there?
Little hookup for you, Mark. You've been begging me to come on the podcast. Reisman, you were trying to help him out. Ladies and gentlemen, you just got your first mention, Mark. There you go. We're waiting for you.
There you go.
Local Bizcast is here. And one of your top eBay sellers. Tell Gary we got Kristine over here. But anyway, a little shout out to you, Gary V, because you're incredible.
The Blind Center has all blind people listing on eBay. And they speak the description. And when you see it in production on how the equipment comes in and they strip the tubing and the copper and they drop it in different things, they recycle and sell that off. And then they actually sell some stuff. So they speak the listings. Somebody is taking pictures who's blind. It was the most amazing thing. And I walked out of there and I said, how could you not be grateful? And no one should ever be lazy.
No.
I mean, it is amazing. They make $1 million a month on that eBay.
So, and it's on other people's, for lack of a better junk. You get this huge corporate. In my little corporation, I've gone through phone systems.
Yep.
Right. So now we're on voice over IP. But before we had these little Avaya phone systems, I have 75 phones stored somewhere. I can't get rid of them. I don't understand.
On eBay.
I bought the other ones on eBay. Like when one would break, I was like, oh, look, there's an Avaya system. Like I just need one. And it was unbelievable. They turn these, it's such a great mindset. It's the ability to do this type of stuff. No, you have kids, you have a sick relative or anything like that. You can still do something. You can still do something. It's, there is such abundance out there. There is something, just don't be lazy.
Yep.
Don't be lazy. And I can tell you this, just the minimal amount of effort, if you take it seriously, can create success.
Look at what you're doing. It amazes me how much money people make being a podcaster.
Yeah.
Like on YouTube.
Well, I mean,
eBay sellers have monetized being, a podcast host on.
If I had a product or something like that I can sell, could you believe this, right? So I do the local bizcast, and this is truly genuine. Is it purely selfless? No. People coming in, it's a lot of work. It is. Sure, but people come in, they see my spine and health center, and I'm out there. We talk about me being a chiropractor and having physical therapy and acupuncture and occupational therapy. They hear that, and we get some recognition. But this one was really, truly just about everybody else, trying to grow the local community and everything like that. Really, a local bizcast. There's no monetizing this. We obviously. I also here. The other thing is we rent out the studio. It's a beautiful studio. It's a very professional 3-camera studio. We can show you the third camera because you had something to show. Oh, you put it away.
Oh, I put it up there.
People over there.
Oh,
All right, we'll come back to it. It's all good. But anyway, enough about me. But it was just about the fact that, yeah, people can monetize this. There's just so many avenues, and all you need is your cell phone.
I am amazed. One of my clients that I just opened up an account for is a gardener, and she's a native gardener. And as we were talking, she said, well, I also, master with AI. And I go, what do you mean? So she goes, oh, I just, I've learned AI. And let me tell you, our age group, we have to really get on it, because recently I had to do a PowerPoint presentation and I was like under the gun, and I don't really know that so well because, that wasn't in our lane when we were growing up.
I got it.
We got by with our personalities,
right?
And, our ability to speak and, interact with each other. So we sat down, we ended up talking, and she goes, oh, wait, what did you need that on? I said, well, I was asked on this particular topic and that one. She's like, okay.
4 seconds.
She took her cell phone.
Zero information.
By the time I walked to the copier and back, she's like, can I have your email? I'll email you the PowerPoint. I go, what? And it was
perfect.
done.
It was perfect.
And I was like,
how perfect? Did you have to tweak it here? You didn't even tweak it. No touches. Nothing.
She really just knew what to do, what to say. And it's just amazing.
It's all about the prompting. It's true. It's a skill.
Boom.
You can learn it.
Well,
you learned eBay, you're going to learn it.
Yeah. Well,
I've been working on it.
That's one of the things on my list to do.
You remember when I was going to say, I told you I was going to say this, right?
It's over.
You know what's happening? You've got 4 minutes left. It happens all the time. All right. In the 4 minutes, you got to tell me. So what is it? Who are the people you're looking for?
So I am looking for the person who just wants to try and start your business.
There we go.
If you have an idea, come to me. You might not be ready to have your banking relationship with me.
Yeah.
But my job is a connector.
You're a networker.
So I'm going to put you.
I'm also looking for those people too. We are looking for the same people. Yep. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yep. If you show up here in the next 5 minutes, no. So,
you're going to become a 1099 employee.
Well, you better watch out. You do. I am looking for staff too. So
that's who I want. I want a business owner who wants someone who's committed to being their partner in the relationship. And, I had lunch with some of your staff as well. And I said, my job is not only to be there for you, when there's a crisis. My job is to be there. And when grants come out, I reach out to my clients and I say, listen, there's an opportunity where you can apply for an improvement grant. And they're like, what is that? Do you have to repay it? And, as a business owner, you wear so many hats and you don't take the opportunity to sit back. And the grant that's out there is that for the last 2 years, anything a business put into their facade, improvement, buying equipment, computers, all of this stuff.
Absolutely.
So basically, you can turn in up to $100,000 of receipts to the Small Business Improvement Grant. That you get that through NJEDA. And, there's other requirements that you have to do, but I don't work for them.
No.
But I absolutely educate myself and partner with my external partners, and anything that I can bring to a business owner. Wouldn't you like to get back $50,000
I mean,
that you didn't have to repay?
It requires a little bit of work, right? And some
100%.
organization. And anybody who's opening up a business, you're going to have the information that you need. Trust me. I know we are applying for these grants.
Yeah. So that's my job. So I want to be the person that when a business needs something or is thinking or needs to put that little puzzle piece together.
Yeah.
I want to be the person that they have on speed dial. And you only get that when you really build trust, add value, and are there for them throughout their entire course.
And you don't ever sleep, and you work 741 hours a day. I get it completely.
Yeah.
Well, I think you did wonderful. I could go on forever. I would love to know some of your best clients and everything like that. So we're gonna have a round 2. I think at some point.
We have to have a Latip.
We can bring them all in. I could fit 4. We got 4 people in here.
Can show you how we
can see the whole thing.
Community.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristine Buonanno from Valley Bank, Latip, eBay, poker. I mean, absolutely everything.
But most of all, mommy and grandma.
Mommy and grandma, and almost grandma to be again very soon. July, you said?
July.
It was maybe fantastic.
Yep.
I have to announce my next wonderful guest, a local Montvalian business owner and wonderful physician. We have Dr. Sakina Danani coming on Monday. That's March 24th. March 24th. Oh, it's flying.
It'll be officially spring at that point.
It absolutely will. That's going to be on Monday, March 24th at 5:30 p.m. She is from Synergy Health Advisors, and she is an absolutely wonderful physician from right over here in the heart of Montvale. She's going to be joining me on Monday night to talk about her new style of medicine and practice, which is, I think, phenomenal. So hope you guys will join us then. But right now, a big thank you to Kristine Buonanno again from Valley Bank, Latip, and everything else Montvale and networking maven. She introduces people to people, and she's got such connections. So please, where do they find you? Just at Valley Bank? Go anywhere, LinkedIn?
Well, LinkedIn. I'm in Totowa. You can just call any Valley Bank, and they'll put you in touch.
Fantastic.
With me. Thank you.
Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Take care.